went to predominantly black schools, but then in high school, I went to predominantly white schools. So I wanted to go to an HBCU to kind of like define myself and be like around like-minded people. You know what I'm saying? Because you watch TV, it's so many negative stereotypes about us. And I just wanted to be around us and just engulf myself in the culture, man. So that's awesome. So talk about TSU, you being the president, Mr. Prez. Yeah. Where do you see TSU in 10 years? And also talk about HBCUs, because it's a big push about HBCUs. It's all about HBCUs now. You have corporate companies pushing HBCUs now. So what do you think? Of course, the shout outs to Dion. No, right. Even them that left us, man. You know what I'm saying?
Coach Brian.
Coach Brian.
But yeah, so in the next 10 years, what do you see HBCUs and then what do you see TSU in the next 10 years?
So first of all, HBCUs, the culture is taking over. And I think that is what is beautiful about HBCUs, is that the whole goal of an HBCU was to give Blacks an opportunity to have an education. Think of the fact that there were schools that would not allow us to go to them. And then the doors of HBCUs were open for us to have opportunities, for us to be able to get our education, for us to be able to rest. I think that HBCUs have brought so much rest to so many people that look like us, because we get to wake up and not worry about being Black or just that period of our life. We don't have to worry about being twice as good. We don't have to worry about, did I pronounce that correctly? Did I use the right tone? And so I think that the gift that HBCUs give our people, the gift that our HBCUs give us to be able to be confident and comfortable, that allows us to perform greater. And so I think that there are going to be more doctors, more lawyers, more scientists, more teachers, more musicians, more dancers, more engineers coming out of HBCUs, because it's safe to say, I went to an HBCU, and no one's going to turn their nose down at it. No one's going to say that you went to a less than best school. They're going to say you went to an excellent school and you have an excellent degree and you're going to serve the world in excellence. So that is the first projection that I see, that the whole stereotype that used to be attached to TSU of being like almost or to other HBCUs, like you chose to go here. Did you all have to fight people saying you went to the orange and white school? I don't know if that okay. See, being from Missouri, most people, when I said I went to Tennessee State University, they thought I went to UT.
Oh, UT. Oh,
yeah. And okay. So I'd be like, no, I'm not the orange and white school. I'm the blue and white school. And so to be 20 years later, and I don't have to explain to people that I went to the blue and white school and not the orange and white school, that's the impact of the culture. And that's the impact of HBCUs. So that's one. I think the TSU has been blessed. We are one of the first. We're trailblazers. We've always been trailblazers in so many fields, in technology, in athletics. And so our campus is also going to be a trailblazing campus amongst other HBCUs. Of course, as you all know, we received a portion of the land grant funding. And so that's going to change the look of TSU. We're going to be able to make repairs. We're going to be able to build dorms. We're going to be able to build new engineering building with those funds. So the look of Tennessee State University is just going to look like money. People are going to be like, they got money. They're going to see that we have money, and great equipment allows us to be greater. So when we have better resources, better facilities, better dorms, I've heard Coach Prime say, when you look better, you do better. So when we are walking around a beautiful campus, it's going to require our students to dress. It's going to require them to walk and talk and interact in excellence, because they're walking in excellence. So that's what I see for the next 10 years of TSU. I just see an excellent walk. I see an excellent, just a pride. I've always wanted TSU to have a similar network that schools like Harvard, schools like Howard, schools like Spelman and Morehouse, they have. It's almost like there's a secret society that you went to this university and it plugs you into jobs and it plugs you into resources. And I think that TSU, we have that informally, but I want it to be stronger and I want it to be more organized. So that's my goal. And that's my hope and that's my wish for TSU. So it's not what do I think it's going to look like. My goal and my wish for TSU is that we're a strong network, that we have the resources that we need, that our alumni are giving back, that our alumni are connecting with the students, our alumni are being pipelines for our students in companies and all types of things. So those are my goals for TSU.
I've heard people say they be jealous of our network because think about this. We can go to LA. You, Mario, we go to LA. We call 2-3 people. It's going to be 10, 15 people TSU at this event randomly. Hey, just call what's the name now. We go to Atlanta. We could be easily 20 deep if everybody available. Right. You go to any big city, TSU deep. And I've heard people say like, yo, you could go to any city. You call 2 TSU people and it's going to be 15 of y'all there. They be like, y'all always in numbers. And I'm just like, it's a family, man. Like, and so even to like what you were saying earlier about it being a family, like we'll all be together at Southern Heritage Classic. And then it's like, hey man, see you in a couple of weeks at homecoming, or see you a couple of weeks at the game, or see you in a couple of weeks at so-and-so wedding or so-and-so baby shower. And it's just like, man, it's so dope. Like we see each other so many times a year and we don't really think about it. And then when all these life events happen, it's like, man, I just saw this fool like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'll be seeing him again in 3 months, but I don't take him for granted either. We always kick it like it's our, like, we don't know what's going to happen, considering COVID and everything. But yeah, the TSU family, the network is so strong, man. And it's something I'm so proud to be a part of. Just walking around with TSU gear on and people look at me, they nod, it's like, yeah, they know, like they know something about Tennessee State. If they don't know anything, they probably heard about it, Now I do from time to time get people say, oh, is that the school in, no, it's the school in Nashville. Don't try to play with Houston stuff. No.
Right.
Play it like that.
TX.
So yeah, it's super cool. But let's talk about the culture, because that's what this our show is about.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the culture at TSU from when we were at school and kind of what you're seeing now. Like, what are some things that you've seen change, or some things that you've seen just has evolved into like, excellence?
Yeah. So when I think about the culture, I think about, first of all, I'm in love with the culture. Whatever the culture is, I am addicted to it. I love it. I am so proud to be a part of it. And I think that TSU alums understand the culture. Like, we understand how to show up famous. Like, do you understand that we will not have been on nobody's show, will have not been on nobody's nothing, and we walk like we are on red carpet every day? And I tell you, yeah, we all just living off of that, and I love it, and I think that is an attitude that is still there. That air of a Wednesday, wonderful Wednesday, everyone dressing up, everyone being seen, people got their shades on, walking through, knowing how to. It took years for me to stop hearing music as I walked. Like, I felt like there was music all the time when I was walking, because there was probably a DJ there and there was probably music while I was walking. That is the culture that I love, and we used it for TSU NAA. We used it recently for homecoming, TSU famous. That's something that we're going to be rolling out, and just that whole concept. And I think that sometimes we, to a fault, we struggle because we are so content in the fact that we are who we are. We're funny, we're fun, we're stylish, we're cool, that sometimes we forget to do some of the serious things that come along with being alum, because we focus on just the fact that we showed up and we showed out. So I think that's the culture change, is that I think that we have to attach, kind of like what they've done. I know that you probably heard of one party, one purpose. That whole concept, if we're going to have to attach purpose to our party, because we party like none other. We just want to make sure that we always keep a purpose attached to the party, because TSU is the greatest party ever. I have people who come to TSU's homecoming who did not go to TSU, and they feel loved and they feel embraced and they feel like they're proud of it. I have coworkers that since I have become the national president, they have fallen in love with TSU, and I'm like, we want TSU clothes. So like I have recycled some of my hoodies and things and given them to staff that did not go to TSU because they just want to rep it. So
want to be a part of the culture.
They do. And I think so that's what that, so we are the culture. When I think of Atlanta, I feel like Atlanta, so when people think of the industry and they mention the culture, they're talking about TSU. We did it first. I know that that's jumping out there, but the Usher residency looks like a Mr. TSU pageant. I'm just saying.
Oh, yo, shit, Press.
I'm just saying. It like all of this stuff, we did this before there was YouTube, before there was Twitter, before there was Facebook, before there was MySpace. We created shows and they were magical and memorable because we have been the culture.
I tell people, you want to see a real Greek probate show? It's in the Gentry Center or in the Hole, and it's packed out like it's a basketball game or a football game. It's a probate show. It ain't like on Howard's Yard. I worked at Howard, but it be on the Yard, and there be a couple people there, and it be cool and intimate. But I'm like, at TSU, we got to have ours in the basketball arena because it's gonna be, we're gonna pack it out. Like it's nothing like it, you know. So people don't understand how to pull out these pictures and these videos and be like, this was 20 years ago. This is what we was doing. Like, this is normal. Like, you better get there on time because if you don't, you might not get in. Like, it's a TSU event. Like, you better get there early. TSU Tea Party, you can't get tickets to get in. You get there too late, you're not getting in. You at the back of the line with a ticket. They like, we packed. Like, you should have came here 2 hours ago. You know what I'm saying?